Welcome back, Phillies and Genticles, to Brony Plays Minecraft. Here we are. We're back in Inficraft. Actually, you might notice there's some calcite down here, and if I look up, oh look, clouds, and oh, some lava. I didn't even see this. Awesome. Yeah. So here we are. This is the Inficraft Creative Special, like I promised. Crystal couldn't be with us today. That's too bad. But that's, you know, things happen, life and all that. Anyways. This is just a, probably won't even be as long as I set the time for like 24 minutes or something. Probably won't even be that long. Unlike Mystcraft. See, Mystcraft had, what's up with this chicken? It's like spawned and then despawned. Okay, never mind. Mystcraft had a whole lot to add to its creative world because of the way it had the ages and you could customize your ages. Inficraft doesn't have that much. Not that much. It still hasn't updated to 1.3.2, so that's a shame. But you know, when it does, we'll get there. We'll show it off. This is a very nice mountain here. Very nice. Look at this. Minecraft. Yeah, it's kind of nice to see the original textures again after being in TerraFirma. Where are we? We're at 107. Yeah, TerraFirma. Starts their sea level at like 128 and then builds up from there, which doesn't sound like that. It doesn't sound like the mountain should be that much bigger, but they are. I mean, just look at this. Like that mountain's big, especially when you're flying up by it. But you know, it's not that big. Terra though, they can be double that. Anyways, so just flying around, lots of stuff. You know, already you can see some tealite and some sphalerite. Iron, I think that's a quartz or rock crystal or something, and redstone. You know, things all over the place. I wouldn't be surprised that you know, we just saw a diamond. You can see the difference between high and regular cobble, cassiterite, more iron. I kind of miss some of that actually. Yeah, supposedly back before TerraFirma updated. TerraFirma and Inficraft were compatible, but not sure. Anyways, one of the things I wanted to show off was this pile of nonsense here. And what I really should have done was taken a time-lapse of this. And I'm sorry, guys, I didn't manage that. I had to leave this running for an hour, well, I say an hour, like 2 or 3 hours while I did grading. But anyways, what I did here was I took these corruptors. These are the different corruptors you can find from the nether. There's the red is blood, blue is azure, green is envious, amber is yellow or golden. I don't know. You have this pink, which is heart, dark, bright, and pure. Now I don't understand some of these. They seem silly, like heart corruptor, pure corruptor. Really, very odd. And I put one of them down. Like I put one there and then one. And I placed one all over the place here, just to see what it would do. And as you can see, after a while, it has completely spread. It is just corrupting the crap out of this. For the most part, the dirt and grass seem to be turning into this amber stuff. Some of it turns into stone after a while. First it turns just into a corrupted grass, and then it turns into the cobble, and then there you saw some happen. Beyond that, it looks like it turns into bright or amber next. This wood over here is also, sorry, bright or pure. What am I saying? This wood is turning into pure corruptor, but it's very slow. These blocks have been completely untouched. It seems like most of these nobody cares about. This is one of the new blocks I'm going to get to in a bit. I think it was brick. Water, strangely, has turned into azure corruptor. I didn't expect that. Like, I didn't expect water liquids to change. And you can see it's actually changing into some bright and some amber. So there is, and right over here, there's like heart corruptor, which I wonder if that's like the final form or something. I really should do a time-lapse of that, but my video editing is not at the place where it needs to be for that, and B, well... Anyways, this is a convenient thing to do because creative mode lets you access all of these corruptors. So let's turn away from that because it's going to lower the frame rate if we stay there too often. I did some experimenting with slime and stuff over here. One of the things you can do in creative mode is generate slime pool. Scroll all the way down. Oh, good God, look at all this ore. I'll get to that in a moment. There's congealed slime blocks. But if you keep going down through the magic slabs, the glass, all this other stuff, you get down to like these items and technical block areas. Here we go. These two things are slime water, I guess, and yeah, they don't have everything in there. But if you use a bucket to pick this stuff up, it's just regular water. But if you want, let's say you're building a map and you want a slime pit, I don't know why you would, because they're evil. But if you do, there you go. You can make slime. I forget if I have this on peaceful or if it just isn't working right. But there's not any, and nobody's like showing up. And lava and water, I mean, it doesn't do anything when it hits. I think it overpowers the water just a little. Here, the lava is like, whatever, cobble and obsidian. And it's getting dark now, so we're gonna stick around here by lava while we wait. Okay, so the rest of the features here are pretty much in the inventory. Creative mode is not much different from regular, except that you have all the blocks available, obviously. That's what creative mode is well known for. So, you know, your vanilla blocks here, and then all your ore blocks. Now, the weird thing here is that there's, like, several copies of each type of ore. Remember, there was, we said a long time ago, I don't remember how long ago, but a long time ago I said there was your regular ore, and then there was like a pegmatite version, which was a large, here we go, large version. So here's the regular ore, and this is the pegmatite ore, and they differ in how much copper or, you know, whatever they give you when you crush and grind it. So crushing the regular stuff gives you a lot of medium and small chunks and some large. Crushing this guy gives you a lot of large and medium chunks, and no small chunks whatsoever. Also, the smaller ores don't, well, they're contaminated with stone dust, and the pegmatite, or the large ones, are very little stone dust. So that makes sense why there would be like those two forms. But what is really weird is why are there 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 forms of just regular copper? Like there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's no visual difference. So the only difference I can think of is that there's a hidden damage value on them, and that it has something to do with, as far as I can tell, they all stack. But my guess is that there's a hidden damage value, and it has something to do with when you crush and grind it, how much you're getting. But I'm not sure. Anyways, you do get all the ores available here. So you've got your copper, turquoise, and chalcocite. Those are all copper ores. Cassiterite and teolite are both tin. Zinc bloom and sphalerite, I think, are both zinc. Remember, there are a couple different forms of zinc bloom. Cerussite is lead, cobalt, ardite. Ardite, cobalt, I love them very much. Myoville, it's a shame. I'm hearing some slimes, but there. Hold on, I'm gonna block the. Get rid of this slime water. There we go. Get rid of most of it. Screw it. We're just going. We'll go somewhere else. There's lava over here. The Myoville ore. I really wish Myoville did something because it looks nifty. I mean, it's purple and all that, and you can get manyullan dust out of it. But you know, it doesn't do anything. So, don't know. All right, here we go. Some more light because it's at night, and we want some light. So let's keep looking. Just scroll back down through all this. Okay, right, here we are. So we're at Myoville. There's galena, which is lead. It is not fully implemented in the game yet. At least cerussite gives us chunks that we can grind and stuff, but galena doesn't. Ivymetal and aggregate. Ivymetal is a new one. We didn't see that because, see, they do stack all this copper. Go fig. Oh, I'm there. Let's see, here we go. There's Ivymetal, and let's find the pegmatite version. Here it is. This is something that is not in, you know, it wasn't anywhere in the world that we found. We didn't find it anywhere, and it looks like a lot like mossy cobblestone. I don't know what you use it for. Let's see if we can. I don't think we can, but let's get a furnace. And obviously we'll need some fuel. So scroll all the way down here to find something. There you go, bucket of lava. So, I mean, obviously you could make a furnace and put that in there. You could try, but, oh look, it does smelt. What do you know? I also have some of this other stuff in here. It smelts into this, apparently I made some, Ivymetal ingot. But as far as I can tell, you can't use that for anything. So they both smelt, but they don't spawn anywhere in the world. Apparently I have a bunch of it. I guess I'll just put that all in there. And if we build a crafting table, ooh, crafting. Oh man, I wish I had the new inventory system. There we go. Or NEI or something. Yeah, it doesn't form rods. You can't make a block of it. Oh, I only have 8. Yeah, so I can't do anything with it like that. And if it doesn't form rods, it won't form tools for, or at least it doesn't with iron. I'm pretty sure it doesn't at all. Still, that's something that might be showing up. So you can get Ivymetal. You could use it as like a scorekeeper, I guess. Myoville, Ivymetal, blah, blah, blah. There's all that stuff. Okay, so we move on from that. We get to redwood bark. So these are all your trees. Your blood trees, your white trees, eucalyptus trees. Here are the corruptors. All the corruptors. We've got the grass version as well. Not that they stick around very long, so I'm not sure like why you care. The stone. Now the stone does not actually corrupt. So if you could set up a farm that turns stuff into stone, you could then use the stone for nifty things, especially since you can turn the stone into bricks. And I think you do that. We never did it in the show, but I think it's just like, yeah, there we go. 4 of the stone together, and then you get the bricks. And your bricks, as far as I know, don't corrupt anything either. Just because this, I'm guessing that because the stone doesn't. So, but they look quite nice. So it's great for building if you can find enough stone. Then that would be awesome. Congealed slime. So that's all that. Here are your saplings and all your leaves. And your bushes, raspberry, blueberry, blackberry, geoberry, and then different forms. I think these are the ones where they're actually in effect. Blossoms? What are blossoms? Blossoms are probably like bush forms that just haven't. Oh, I see. It's probably from like leaves from the cherry blossom tree type thing. Okay, that makes sense. So let's scroll down here. Notice that by the time we finish, we get through all of. Good grief, there's so many tools. I mean, look how far we're down. These are the magic slabs. Stone magic slab and magic slab o stone. Cobbled, tiled, different, because pretty much the idea is you can make magic slabs from most anything. You can make them out of like mushroom there, birch, glowstone, glass, wool, and all your colorful diamond magic slabs. There we go. These are the colored glasses. We've shown these off in the series. There's magenta and purple, because apparently they're different. Not very different here, though. Light blue, blue, and cyan. Anyways, you can make panes and glass slabs. Moving on, this is where we learned about the special things like the coal and charcoal brick. There's also a redstone block, slime block, bone block. Mostly these are for storing stuff. But there are some weird ones, like smooth netherrack, smooth sandstone, refined stone, and apparently a brick block. And there's also, of course, brick versions of all of these. So there's like a snow brick and obsidian brick. Many of these you could probably make with a chisel. But if you don't want to, you can find them in here. So some of these things, like the, wrong one. Like that, this, and this, I believe, are all made by smelting the regular versions in the furnace. So if you smelt stone, you get refined stone, smelt sandstone, and smelt netherrack. Brick, because apparently they needed a brick overhaul. So, yeah, nothing really new there, just new stuff that you may not have seen. What is new are some stuff that... Go away. Okay, there's white glass, great, marble. If you want to like make copper ore that came in the dark, or ruby ore, and notice like not all of them are in here, thankfully. I think this is mostly just like placeholders so that other stuff can happen, but Anyways, there's some technical blocks here. I'm not quite sure what that is, for example. If they have one cobblestone workbench and like the iron furnace, but they don't have any of the others. So nothing too special there. Clear glass magic slab. It's so clear, can't see it. But then you get to the tools, and when you get to the tools, you'll notice some new things right away. There's a 3, and well, there are several. Let's start simple. First of all, there's this stuff called refined iron, which makes sense because nobody ever uses iron as you just get it out of the ground. This is not implemented in survival mode, so this is something you can get from creative mode. Refined iron and steel. I'm not sure what the what the stats on it are. The stats aren't listed on the website or anything or on the wiki. So I don't know what the stats on these are, but I would assume that it probably goes something like copper, bronze, iron, then refined iron, then steel, and then your cobalt and ardite together, and then your manyullan, which is probably comparable or better than diamond. Manyullan is something that has been around for a while. It's in the game, but we never got enough of it to show off. I think we maybe got 1 manyullan dust. And you get it from anything that has purple in it. So that's certain varieties of aggregate and certain varieties of myuville. But you get only like a tiny dust, and you have to combine it into large dust. So it's really hard to get. It's supposed to be really good, but there's a manyullan rod. The other thing that they produce here is uranium. And this is only available, well, supposedly, if you have like Technic Pack installed, then Technic Pack and Tekkit come with uranium in the world, so you can use that uranium here. They also come with things like copper and tin, and while theoretically you could use those, you'll notice that there's no tin. We already discussed that a long time back. There's no tin or anything. But you can get the manyullan stuff here. You can get the uranium here, and uranium forms items and weapons just like any other metal in Inficraft. So there's glowstone, ice lava, etc., etc., etc. Let's scroll down. These are the chunks and shards. We didn't deal a whole lot with these, but remember how we could have chunk of iron and stone shard and obsidian shard? Well, you can get that with most anything by grinding it up. You've got redstone fragments, sandstone shards, glowstone fragments, lava crystal fragments, shard of glass, tiny piece of coal, blah, blah, blah. And that's all in there just so that you can make all the tools, because some of the tools require shards. There's your worked iron chunk and steel chunk again, and the uranium. So those are the 3 big things in the creative mode, is worked iron, steel, and uranium, because you can't get those from regular. If you have Technic Pack, you might be able to get uranium. I'm not 100% sure. These are the buckets. Something new is that these 2 buckets right here, this looks like dough and something weird, but this is actually sand and gravel. And let's show that off here. You also saw that you can make buckets out of lots of things. So there's sand and there's gravel. Now why you would need a sand and gravel bucket is beyond me. It's just silly. I guess it's slightly faster than, actually picking it up regularly, but it just seems like silly. A cactus bucket? Really? Come on. But one of the nice things you can see from this is what can and can't be picked up. Or I should say, what can pick up lava and what can't. So this guy can pick up lava, and the wooden, golden, and cactus and ice ones can't. Slime can't, obsidian can. There's iron. The iron lava buckets are up there. Moving on, there's the bowls. There's this stuff, tree root. I don't know what that is. It's probably an item. I don't think it can be placed. I don't think it exists in the game yet. It looks like I'm supposed to eat it or something. I don't know. Can I condense it? Or condense? Burn it? No, I can't. I can't forge it. Go fig. Don't know what that is. So then we get down into the tools, and the tools take up most of this section. There's the slime again. So let's scroll down. Keep going, keep going, keep going. There we go. Tools. And the nice thing here is that this is the tool combination table made properly this time. And it's organized by tool type. So here you have all the pickaxes in all their glory and splendor, and then you go through and they organize it first by pickaxe and then by head type. So this is the cobalt, the stony cobalt, hard cobalt, blah, blah, blah. There's the ardite, there's the manyullan, here's the uranium pickaxe, here it is, the worked iron, also known as refined iron, is right here, and there's steel. So those tools do exist. but there's no way to refine or work iron, and there's no way to make steel yet. For those curious though, let's see, where is it? Here it is. The handle modifier for steel is forged, and the handle modifier for worked iron is, well, worked. A worked iron, refined iron things is reworked, and 2 steel is forged wrought, which I think sounds pretty cool, especially like forged worked iron, well, you know, or the cold worked iron. That sounds awesome. Jeweled is the handle modifier for diamond. It's something we never got across, and I think we missed the diamonds. I think they were up here. Diamond. Here we go. 2 diamond gives you diamondium. So yeah, this takes up the majority of everything, and it is crazy huge. There we go, beautiful. Here's the manyullan. 2 manyullan is supposed to make false prophetic. So there's a false prophetic pickaxe. Here's a sword down here. I don't know what the point of that is, other than to, like, this is gonna be the hardest thing to get. I'm sure it's supposed to be super hard, but it's also supposed to glow when creepers are around. I tested that out. I've had one down here. I could spawn some creepers for you guys, and you'll see it does not glow. These are the uranium. 2 uranium is cancerous. You'll notice it doesn't combine with very much. And the handle modifier on it is poisonous. So that's pretty much it for this. You can get a lot of things. Uranium looks so weird. They really took the cancerous and poisonous to its limit, I think. So I kind of like that. It's supposed to poison you and hurt you when you have it in your inventory. The swords are nice because they show the stuff off. I love like the way the flint swords look. The lava sword. There you go. I love the way the swords look. The mossy swords have got to be the best because they repair themselves. A paper sword, really? But I like them because you can see the head material very clearly, and there's not much detail on there, unlike the picks. But that's not what this is about. This is about showing off creative mode, and as you can see, creative mode is chock full of things. Oh my gosh, it will be so nice when they finally update to 1.3.2, and we can search through this, because that will be amazing. Here's the matic. Never used the matic very much, though we should have. We definitely should have. Worked iron. So, creative mode, what's creative mode here good for? Getting, well, it's useful for getting uranium, manyullan, steel, and worked iron. And yeah, manyullan and uranium can theoretically be gotten in-game, but it's really hard. The other 2 can't be. Diamond is really rare, even if it is like occurring everywhere. So the machetes are even nicer to look at than the swords. Look at that. Just look at that. Ah, beautiful. So that's about it. When you get to the bottom of this, it's just the spawn eggs, as you'll see. But they do have all the tools, so in case you really are making an adventure map where the goal is to collect every single dagger in the game, make little collectibles, I guess, put them on a shelf, collect all your trowels, and it's ridiculous because it takes up the entire section. That's just crazy. I would love to have any eye right now, or just. Well, that's that. Excellent. I'd love to have any eye with the searchable things, but I don't. So I'm going to leave you guys showing off the creeper spawn. Spawn a couple creepers. This thing does not appear to be glowing at all. It's not making any sort of glow up here. And if we go find ourselves a little cave, I will just dig down and make a little cave. La 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 la. Oh, look! Stuff. Oh, creative mode is so bright. Okay, there we go. Okay, so it's pretty dark down here. Let's spawn a creeper. Nothing. No glow. So the false prophetic should be working here, but it is not. It's not making it that glow. Nothing in my. It's just not glowing. Kill a creeper. Oh no, he blew up. Oh wow, creeper explosion. Nice. Okay, so that's creative mode, folks. You've got extra stuff. You can fly around, get clouds safely, I suppose, if you like clouds. You have access to Ivymetal, worked iron, steel, uranium, all the corruptors. You do not have access to every single block there is. All the different varieties of ore and the different varieties of stone are not in here. You do not have access to all the different what's the word? You don't, when you grind these up, you get the like the chunks and stuff here. The chunks and dust, you don't have access to all of those. Notice that they're not all here. So there are some things that you're just not going to be able to do. There are some things that aren't supported, or at least not with tooltips. You don't have access to all the workbenches and furnaces. But you do have access to slime pools, and whatever that is. So that's calcite. Yay. Yeah, you don't have access to the calcite ores. So creepers in the clouds. Oh no! Oh no! There we go. Alright, I'm gonna hit one of them and blow up and kill everyone. No? No? Come on. Well, until next time, folks. Until next time. Kill the creepers and keep on trotting.